In this problem, we're told that Betsy has a certain number of rings R, and they just show us that because R represents the number of rings that she has, and they're just telling you that here. The number of rings Vivian has, so this is Betsy right here, and then we have Vivian next. It's 4 times as many as great as what? Well, they don't tell us, but they're implying that Vivian has 4 times more than Betsy, right? So whatever Betsy has, Vivian has 4 times more than that. They ask us which expression can be used to determine the number of rings that Vivian has. Well, an expression, just to review, is a statement without an equal sign, so it's not an equation, right? It's the opposite in some ways because you could write 1 plus 2. Well, that's an expression. But if you write 1 plus 2 equals 3, that's an equation. But that's just a little semantics there because obviously none of these have an equation sign. So they're not equations. Anyway, well, whatever Betsy has, Vivian has 4 times that. So let's try some examples. If Betsy has 3 rings, right, that's what Betsy has right here, what would Vivian have? Well, she'd have 4 times more than that. In other words, Vivian would have what Betsy has, which is 3, times 4. This is Vivian, and that would be 12, right? So it looks like what we do here is we take what Betsy has, and to find what Vivian has, we multiply that number by 4. So out of all these expressions, right, we know that the number of rings that Betsy has is represented by R. So if we take what Betsy has, the number of rings, and multiply that by 4, that's what this means, 4R, then we get what Vivian has. So here D is the answer, 4R, which means 4 times the number of rings that Betsy has. You would have what Vivian has. Let's look at the other choices, though, to be clear. C is saying, well, let's circle it. C is saying that take the number of rings that Betsy has and divide it by 4. B is saying take 4 and subtract the number of rings that Betsy has from it. And A is saying, well, take 4 more than the number of rings that Betsy has. But none of these situations apply to us here. D is the answer. All right, thanks.